nice of you to all join us this afternoon. We're going to be premiering it on September 4th, 9:30 p.m. on Friday night, and I would encourage you all to watch because I have a mortgage and 2 children, and this job helps me buy them food, which I'm told, according to doctors, is moderately important in the raising of a child. So without further ado, The Awesomes.
The Awesomes is a cartoon about a sort of misfit superhero team that was once the greatest superhero team in America and is now under new leadership trying to put itself back together.
We're withdrawing your government funding.
Can't cut our funding. The U.S. government has always funded the Awesomes.
We weren't funding the name. We were funding a team of top-level heroes. And with all due respect, you ain't top-level no more.
I play the leader of the team, the new leader, who is not as beloved as the previous leadership. Everyone on the team leaves as soon as Proc takes over. So the first challenge is they have to build a new team, and their options for the heroes that are willing to join are a lot lower quality than they're used to in the Awesomes.
They have to have auditions, they check the recheck file, they kind of go anywhere they can. It's not always the best and the brightest available, and you have to take what you can, and hopefully, with good leadership, you can make them into a good team.
This is the new Awesomes after all. Our bar is lower.
Ooh, that's a good slogan.
That's not a good slogan.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Mike for 2 Geeks Talking. We are here at Fan Expo Toronto, Canada, 2014, and I was invited to a special press screening of The Awesomes. Now, this is a small review of what I saw there. The Awesomes has not been aired yet. It will be airing this September, and this is sort of a sneak peek of what's coming. Now, I am not good at remembering all sorts of small details, so I will read you the official series synopsis that Teletoon gave us. For 60 years, the Awesomes have been America's favorite superhero team. When founding hero Mr. Awesome retires and all the strongest members quit the team, his son, Professor Dr. Awesome, is left in charge. Can he rebuild the Awesomes and bring back the family business to its former glory while battling an onslaught of negative public opinion and the evil Dr. Malocchio? I believe I said that right, Dr. Malocchio. Now, what makes the Awesomes special is that a bunch of current and former SNL cast members are lending their voices and creative ideas to the series. This includes Seth Meyers as the main hero, Proc. He is Professor Dr. Awesome, and his superhero name is Proc. And basically, he's a screw-up. He is not as good a hero as his father. He is not strong. He is very, very smart, but his superhero power is very lacking. He can freeze time, but the problem with this is he can potentially die from it. You'll notice throughout the series he will actually freeze time, not to fight crime, but to actually talk about the plot, and to talk to himself, and to narrate to the people watching. It's actually pretty entertaining. He has a superpower that he does not actually use for superheroing. Now, Bill Hader actually plays the villain in this. He is Dr. Malocchio, and he's actually pretty entertaining. I pretty much like everything that Bill Hader is in, and this is no exception. Now, as for the cartoon itself, the Awesomes, well, Proc does reform the Awesomes. He makes his own superhero team out of rejects that the original Awesomes would not let near them at all in any sort of capacity. This includes Frantic, a Flash ripoff that can run very, 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 very fast, but he also just batshit crazy. Muscle Man. He is a very strong man with a very small brain, but he is very nice, very friendly, and Proc's best friend. Sorry if I keep looking down at this, I just cannot remember their names for the life of me. There is Gadget Gal. Gadget Gal is actually a very old woman in her 80s or 90s that got hit with a rejuvenation ray. So she is now 25 again, with the mind of a senior citizen. She joined the team. There is how do I say this? Impresario. Basically, he has a magic jewel. He wears a suit and a turban, and he has a jewel right there. And it lets him project different ideas that are in his mind. He's very, very powerful. Problem is, every projection is his mother. If he has a dragon, it has his mother's face and voice. If it is a lion, it has his mother's face and voice. He is messed up. There is Tim, who is also known as Sumo. Tim is an 11-year-old boy. He is a small, frail Asian boy. Now, why is he a member of the team? Because he is like the Hulk. When he gets upset, he turns into a giant sumo wrestler who is very strong and just destroys everything. And rounding out the team is Hotwire. She controls electricity or electric shock, I forget which one. And she is actually, well, sane. In fact, she's the only sane one on this team. She's sort of like the straight man to everyone else's insanity. Now, about the show itself, we got to watch 2 episodes. And the show was actually very, very funny. When I was in the screening, I actually heard people refer to it as Archer-like. And it is sort of Archer-like because there's a lot of quick comedy, back and forth, jabs at each other, but it does not have Archer's adult humor. It is very PG-13 throughout, so it is family-friendly, but still very, very funny. And, I mean, the show itself, I didn't have high expectations for it just because I've seen other Teletoon original series, and I've been disappointed. Turns out this is actually a Hulu original series that Teletoon is airing in Canada since Hulu is not in Canada. So, that's one plus right there. And the comedy itself in the show is very good. It doesn't revert to cheesiness and bad jokes, and the plot lines don't go in this repetitive, crappy nature that some shows do. You know, it actually surprises you here and there. You know, it starts going one way and then does a U-turn and goes somewhere else. I should go like this instead. And just overall very entertaining. Seth Meyer as Proc, he's alright. It's a little bit like he's phoning it in, but you know what? It was a pilot episode. Maybe he was, you know? Everyone else is very good. The animation is good. The storylines are good. It's just overall a good show. I honestly, when I was watching it, if I would have no idea what this show was, I would say that was something on Adult Swim. You know, not Teletoon. That's the quality that was. Not that Teletoon airs bad stuff. It's just for an original series that's on Teletoon. It is very high quality. And I highly recommend that everyone give it a try. Watch at least a couple episodes, and you might get hooked. Alright, that's it for the review. Thanks for watching.
Oh, was I supposed to record that?